almost showed you our surprise. Whoa, sorry. I had to save something for a few minutes right now. Hi everybody, it's Jamie.
Gemma, hi.
From Play to Learn Preschool. We are here this afternoon to share with you what we like to add as a little element of magic. Really, she's like
our friend.
She's our friend, our third teaching partner. When the two of us can't get the job done,
she steps up.
She's the one to do it.
Yes.
In case you watched our video where we shared our secret for getting kids to follow directions, and I sang. You didn't sing.
I didn't sing.
In case you watched that and you weren't sure if we were crazy or not,
this will cement your view of it.
This is gonna seal the deal. All right.
I'm okay with it.
We're crazy. We just gotta do what we gotta do. It's fun down here at preschool. So, at our circle time area, I have a rocking chair and an easel, and above that easel from day one, we have a mailbox. And inside the mailbox lives a very magical being. The trick, really, for us, for keeping preschool fun, magical, exciting.
Just for us.
Thought we did it for the kids.
Oh, right, we do.
For the kids too, but for us.
Magical for us.
So we are going to introduce you to our third teaching partner. I almost showed her at the beginning. All right.
That would have been a disaster.
I think I did. I think it was on camera. Okay, here she is. Oh. Betsy! All of our alumni students and current students who are watching are going to be either shocked or appalled that I have Betsy out of her mailbox when they're not here. But this is Betsy the Blackbird. She lives in the mailbox above my red rocking chair.
Yeah.
And she comes out every morning to greet the students. She says, "Hi, boys and girls." And the students all yell, "Hi, Betsy!" And she will give them directions. She will sing songs.
She's very smart.
She's a very smart bird.
Yes, she is.
And they like to throw birdseed at her, so then she'll grab it, you know.
Sometimes she gives them kisses.
I was gonna model it, but I guess you don't want to kiss from Betsy.
Not really.
She'll give them a kiss on their knees or on their cheeks. And she is just really this special element of magic that we've had from day one. And the neat thing about Betsy is that there are some students who are very uncomfortable with eye contact with us. And so we'll say, "Good morning, so-and-so," and no response. And I get Betsy out.
And they look straight at Betsy and say, "Hi."
"Hi, Betsy, how are you today?" And I'm like, "We've been trying to elicit a response from you for weeks."
Yeah.
And nothing. And we get Betsy out, and the kids are hook, line, and sinker, ready to talk to Betsy. Right? You're a magic magician. The other neat thing about Betsy is that they always ask, "Is Betsy real?"
And we say, "She's a real puppet."
"She's a real puppet." And then they go,
Okay.
the 3-year-olds are like, you know, for a few days, and they're like, "But I have a question. Is Betsy real?" And then we're like,
Betsy's a real puppet.
"She's a real puppet." Like, they get so confused, and we always just say she's a real puppet. Even years later, we have kids who are in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We'll run into them at Target or you know, at the grocery store.
And they will say, "Do you still have Betsy?"
They never ask, like if it's me, they'll never say, "Is Miss Gemma still at school?" Or,
No, it's, "Do you still have Betsy? Does Betsy still live at school?" I'm like,
"Did you sell Betsy in the mailbox?" So we use her for greeting primarily, and just to add this little element of magic. Oh, hi everybody. Hi, Henry. Betsy's out of her mailbox. But we also use it for different circumstances. So if we have students who get glasses in the middle of the school year,
They're a bit self-conscious sometimes, and they are not thrilled about wearing glasses.
or they're not sure, you know, about wearing them at school, well, guess what Betsy's gonna have on when she comes out of her mailbox that morning? She's gonna be wearing glasses too, because hello, if Betsy wears glasses, then the entire class is going to want to have glasses.
Although for Betsy with no ears, it's quite hard to keep them on her head. So it's a form of a balancing act for Betsy.
We always tell stories about her flying around on the weekends, and the kids, some of the older kids will say, you know, they'll listen to us and we'll tell the story about how she's been out flying around on the weekend. And then the kids will be like, Betsy doesn't have any wings. And then we just have to say, magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
And sometimes they come in from the weekend and they say, I found a black feather at the store. Betsy has been there.
Betsy must have been at Wegmans, or Betsy
And they're
must have been.
convinced that Betsy has been flying around their local shop and Betsy has left a feather behind, and they bring it in and they're so
always
proud.
bringing us black feathers.
Yes.
We found this. We think Betsy was there.
Maybe she was.
She might have been. I don't keep a close track on her on the weekend. We also dress Betsy dresses herself up for Halloween.
Oh, I can do it.
Okay. So this is a costume. Oh, Betsy's embarrassed now. Don't be embarrassed, Betsy.
We don't judge Betsy.
We don't. And I don't change my voice for her. I just talk like this. And sometimes and it's usually me with Betsy.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Sometimes Gemma will get Betsy out and the kids will say something like, see, this is her Halloween costume. Hi. And the kids will say something like, when Gemma's talking with her,
Yeah.
Betsy sounds really funny today.
But as they don't, and they still haven't figured out my accent, they just think she has a different voice.
Like when Gemma's holding Betsy, she speaks with a British accent.
But they don't know the accent. They just think she has a different voice. So when I have Betsy doesn't say very much because I don't want to confuse them too much.
But we do dress her up for Halloween. When we have pajama day, we put her in pajamas, which are really hard to come by because she doesn't have any feet.
It's hard to find pajamas for your bird.
It is hard to find pajamas for your footless bird.
And your wingless bird.
Your footless, wingless bird puppet. Oh my goodness. And when it's cold, Betsy wears a hat and a scarf. And we had a student make this for Betsy. So one day I took her out of her box and she was saying like, brr, I'm so cold. I don't like this winter weather. And so the student, you could see her little light bulb was like,
Yeah.
And she goes home, her mother knits. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Gretchen, thanks for the hat. And she goes home, tells her mom that Betsy's
cold.
Betsy's cold and needs a hat and a scarf. And so they come back the next day
With a new hat.
with a hat and a scarf. How fabulous is that? Now, I do have to tell you about Betsy. She does not like the snow. So here in Virginia, we get a bit of snow in the winter. And whenever it snows, Betsy migrates. She flies south to Florida. Hey, Florida people.
And she goes on an airplane sometimes.
Sometimes because she doesn't have any wings.
So that all the kids have decided, well, she doesn't have wings. How can she go to Florida?
It's a little
So
hot
we
for
say
this today,
maybe she goes on an airplane.
Right, but we always make up a story. The mailbox will be empty one day, which if you ever want to get your kids' attention, have a class puppet and then don't put it in there one day and you open the box and they're like, oh, we'll have to decide,
no.
whoa, what happened to Betsy? Betsy needs a bikini. A bikini? Maybe they go to the beach.
If anyone, we can send her measurements out.
She's about the size of my wrist.
Yeah, I've tried to make things and they haven't gone very well.
I like the stuff you make for Betsy.
Thanks.
So one day we'll have the mailbox empty and we'll have the kids hypothesize, where is Betsy? Why isn't she here? And we have her write a letter to them that says, I don't like the snow, right, Betsy? Doesn't like the snow. So she decided to visit her cousin in Florida where it's warm. And then the next day, so one day the box is empty, and then the next day, this is who will appear. It's our shy little owl named Ollie. And Ollie visits for just a couple of weeks in the winter every year. And we have to talk really quiet around Ollie because she's shy. She doesn't like coming out of the mailbox when the sun is up. And she's this soft, sweet little puppet. And we just tell her how she's Betsy's cousin. And Betsy explained how she doesn't like the snow, but Ollie really does like the snow. So she flew up here to Virginia to visit with our students. And I tell you what, when we get the owl out, if you want to guess like what percentage of the kids are paying attention to circle time,
It's all of them.
100%. Hook, line, and sinker. Quiet, they're like,
Yep.
Betsy left and Ollie came. So we keep her for a couple of weeks, and then as soon as the snow melts, we never have them both in the box at the same time.
No.
Betsy's back. And she'll send postcards or write letters, and the kids can draw pictures for her. She's just this little element of magic that we try to keep here at preschool because here's the thing. They're 3 years old, 4 years old. School should be fun, right?
It should be fun. We should have fun.
We do have fun with Betsy.
We have a lot of fun with Betsy, and they really love her.
They really do. They really
Love
feel like
her.
she's like a member of our class. We have her picture hanging up on the wall under the letter B, and
She gets in our yearbook.
she gets, oh yeah, she
She had
gets
front page one
She
year.
was front page of our yearbook, yes. And so she's just a little element of magic. So whether you have a bird puppet or a doll puppet or a dog puppet,
You
or
can use any
you can
kind
use any
of puppet.
I would recommend adding this little element of magic to your preschool day. It will make your students' eyes light up. It will put this little, it will make their hearts happy. And then 10, 12 years later, they're gonna see you at the store and ask if you still have your class puppet. So that's
They don't care about you.
not so much.
They only care about the puppet. Which
That's
is
the
fine. At
truth.
least they've remembered something.
They have remembered the puppet. So have some fun with your preschoolers today. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to share some of our favorite interactive books for students. And yes, we talk about migrating for sure. Absolutely. It's a good way to spark that conversation about when she migrates to Florida. It also is good when we do an airplane unit about travel. We try to fit her in as much as we can with our thematic units.
Sometimes when we're busy doing our, because she is involved with our circle time a lot of the time. Sometimes we're busy and she doesn't get all the way in her mailbox, and they're like, Betsy's out, Betsy's out, quick!
Alert, alert!
Betsy's out, someone needs to put her back!
Sometimes I just like lay her on my chair instead of putting her back in her box, and they get so worried, like
She's gonna
like a
get
disaster.
lost. We need to put her back. They care more about Betsy
They
than
really
us.
do. They really do. And heaven forbid I forget to do something that I've said I was going to do with Betsy, like put her in her Halloween costume or something. It's like
Yeah.
critical chaos down here. We've got to figure out how to get Betsy.
Get their attention away.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Distract
One
me
of
like a
us-
distraction,
one of
and then
us
one of
is-
us sneaks in the closet to get Betsy already.
Yes.
That's the truth of the matter. So tomorrow we'll share some of our favorite books. We've got on our Facebook page a list of everything we're going to talk about this week. And we hope to see you back again soon. Have fun playing and learning with your kids, everybody. Bye, friends!